Recording in progress.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Okay, we will start today's lecture. Okay, so we are into the machine learning. We have finished introduction to machine learning unit number 1. We have started with machine learning unit number 2, which is called as flavors of machine learning. So we have started some of the flavors of machine learning, in which we started that what is machine learning system. Then we have seen the types of machine learning systems. So basically there are 3 types of learning systems, machine learning systems. The first one is supervised machine learning system. The second one is unsupervised machine learning system. And then we have reinforcement machine learning system. So these are basically the 3 types of machine learning system. Now, if we divide again in these learning systems, then under supervised learning systems, we have regression and classification. Under unsupervised, we have clustering and dimensionality reduction, and reinforcement is the separate classification. So in this way, we have seen 3 types of classification. That is supervised, unsupervised, and then reinforcement. Out of these 3, in the last lecture, we have seen supervised machine learning algorithm. So as far as supervised machine learning algorithm is concerned, we are using, as there are 2 types of data, one is a labeled data and the another one is unlabeled data. So supervised machine learning actually works on the labeled data. So it labels the data, and then accordingly the algorithms are applied. In case of supervised machine learning algorithm, we also came to know that X n number of inputs and Y is n number of outputs, which is given to the supervised machine learning algorithm. And then we develop a model to which a new input is given, and accordingly the output Y is generated. So as the new data enters, it keeps on learning and it keeps on improving, and the output also keeps on improving. This is how the supervised machine learning algorithm works out. We have also seen some of the points, like in supervised machine learning algorithm, the training data set is considered to be small from large data set, and henceforth, as the training data set is having the same characteristics of the large data set, it gives a proper outcomes, and the outcome achievement is possible. This is, we have seen about the supervised learning. Supervised learning, under which we have seen that regression and classification are the 2 points. Under when regression is applied, when Y is continuous, and when classification is applied, when Y is discrete valued. So different types of classification, like we have seen the classification types, and we have also seen the regression types, like linear regression, polynomial regression, and in far as for classification, naive-based classifier, random forest, decision tree, SVM, all these types are the supervised machine learning. Now, in this lecture, we are moving towards the unsupervised learning. So obviously the data plays an important role. This sentence of mine is always there, and that is, the machine learning is always a data-driven event. And hence, as it's a data-driven event, data becomes very, very important. And we have also seen database management systems. Why that is required? Because the data is huge. There is a large amount of data, massive data. And in order to tackle that, you need different management systems. So similarly, here we have seen the data is of 2 types. One is a labeled data and the another one is unlabeled data. Supervised learning is based on the labeled data. Now let us see whether unsupervised learning is based on which data? Unsupervised machine learning holds the advantage of being able to work with unlabeled data. So obviously supervised deals with the labeled data, unsupervised deals with the unlabeled data. So what are the advantages of unlabeled data? The advantages of unlabeled data is that we can move easily. In case of unlabeled data, as the labeling is not done, even if the labor work is much more, in case even that labor work is very less in case of unlabeled data. That is what the advantage is. So now unsupervised learning is basically holds the advantages of being able to work with an unlabeled data. So unlabeled data का फायदा क्या है कि unlabeled data में आपको वर्कआउट नहीं करना पड़ता, मैन्युअली लेबलिंग नहीं करते बैठना पड़ेगा, है ना। लेकिन इसका ड्रॉबैक क्या है कि वो थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड हो जाता है, क्योंकि आप लेबलिंग नहीं कर रहे हो तो कॉम्प्लिकेशंस बढ़ने वाले। दिस मीन्स दैट द ह्यूमन लेबर इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड टू मेक द डेटा सेट मशीन रीडेबल, जैसे मैंने बताया, अलाउइंग मच लार्जर डेटा सेट टू बी वर्कड ऑन बाय द प्रोग्राम। पर इसका फायदा ये भी होगा कि लेबर वर्क कम हो जाएगा, मगर लार्जर डेटा सेट पर काम कर सकेंगे आप। क्योंकि कैसा रहता है लेबलिंग डेटा में, इशू क्या रहता है कि हर एक को लेबल करना पड़ेगा, हर एक को लेबल डेटा देना पड़ेगा, तो फिर इसमें तो काफी टाइम जाएगा, ये काफी हेक्टिक भी, और एक्यूरेट लेबलिंग करना भी बहुत जरूरी है। अगर उसमें कुछ गलती हो जाएगी तो आपका आउटपुट जो है वो इस हिसाब से आएगा नहीं। सो in case of unlabeled data, you don't have to care whether there is labeled or not. So that's why you can carry out on a large data set. You can carry out the unsupervised learning on a large data set, as human labor is not required to make the data set machine readable. This is what unsupervised machine learning holds the advantages on supervised machine learning. In supervised learning, the label allows the algorithm to find the exact nature of relationship between any two data points. मगर supervised learning का फायदा क्या है कि उसमें हर एक को लेबलिंग किया रहता है, इसीलिए आप exact number of relations पता कर सकते हैं between any two points. However, in unsupervised learning, it does not have labels to work off, resulting in creation of hidden structure. तो अभी आप अनसुपरवाइज्ड या अनलेबल्ड अनसुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग के अंदर लेबलिंग तो नहीं होती है, फिर लेबलिंग नहीं होती तो फिर आप कैसे पहचानोगे? तो आपको कुछ हिडन स्ट्रक्चर्स बनाने पड़ेंगे, वो हिडन स्ट्रक्चर्स के थ्रू आप वो डेटा पहचान सकोगे या रिलेशनशिप पहचान निकाल सकोगे जो आप सुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग में लगाते हो। क्लियर कट है? सी देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ डेटा, वन इज अ लेबल्ड डेटा, द अनदर वन इज अनलेबल्ड डेटा। इन केस ऑफ लेबल्ड डेटा यू हैव टू लेबल टू ईच एंड एवरी डेटा, hence the labor work is more. But in case of unlabeled data, you don't have to do a labor work, but the complications increases. That is what the difference is. In supervised learning, we have used labeled data, but in case of unsupervised data, unsupervised machine learning, we are using unlabeled data. The advantage of unlabeled data is that we can work on larger data sets very easily. Is it okay up till this? In supervised learning, actually labels allow you to find the exact nature of relationship. But in case of unsupervised, it is not possible. So you have to work out to the hidden structures. This is what the difference of supervised and unsupervised working is. Relationships between data points are perceived by the algorithm in the abstract manner with number of inputs required for the human beings. So relationship between data points कैसे निकाले जाते हैं? Obviously in an abstract manner. The creation of these hidden structures is what makes unsupervised learning versatile. और यही hidden structure जो इस्तेमाल किए गए हैं रिलेशनशिप निकालने के लिए, इसी की वजह से unsupervised learning जो है यह काफी versatile मशीन लर्निंग algorithm है। यानी कि unsupervised जो है वो काफी जबरदस्त है इस hidden structure की वजह से, and it is one of the most versatile algorithms, learning algorithms that is being used. Again, instead of defined and set problem statement, unsupervised learning algorithms can adapt to the data by dynamically changing hidden structures. अब जब hidden structures की बात करते हैं हम कि unsupervised data में hidden structures की वजह से क्या होता है, dynamically we can change the hidden structures very easily. ये एक unsupervised learning का बड़ा जबरदस्त फायदा है कि यहाँ पर unlabeled data है, अनलेबल्ड डेटा की वजह से हिडन स्ट्रक्चर्स आ गए। हिडन स्ट्रक्चर्स की वजह से हम जो भी डेटा है अडेप्ट कर सकते हैं इजीली by changing the hidden structures. This offers more post deployment development than supervised learning algorithm. So इसकी वजह से unsupervised learning algorithm के बहुत फायदे हैं as compared to supervised learning, और post deployment development यानी कि आगे के जो डेवलपमेंट है वो unsupervised learning के कंपैरिजन में supervised में कम दिखाई देती है या इसमें ज्यादा दिखाई देती है। Unsupervised learning is used to detect anomalies, outliers such as fraud or defective equipment, or to group customers with similar behaviors for the sale campaign. Unsupervised learning की वजह से जो बाहर के क्या बोलते हैं इंट्रूडर्स है, आउटलायर्स है, या फिर फ्रॉड डिफेक्टिव इक्विपमेंट्स है, या फिर जो क्या बोलते हैं सेल ग्रुप कस्टमर्स होते हैं विद सिमिलर बिहेवियर्स। जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल कोई वेबसाइट है, बिल्कुल सेम टू सेम वेबसाइट दिखती है, तो आप कैसे बोलते हो कि ये फेक वेबसाइट है, बिल्कुल वैसे ही अनसुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग इजीली पता कर सकता है। बोलने का मतलब है कि फॉर एग्जांपल मेरे पास अगर 100 बच्चे हैं, उन 100 बच्चों में मुझे पता है ये 100 कौन से है, भले मैं वो लेबल डेटा नहीं यूज कर रहा हूँ, अनलेबल्ड ही है, लेकिन मुझे पता है मेरा ये डेटा कैसा है। इस डेटा में अगर बाहर का कोई बंदा आके खड़ा होता है तो मैं इजीली उसको डिटेक्ट कर सकता हूँ। दैट इज व्हाट द आउटलायर्स एक्चुअली मींस। इट इज द अपोजिट ऑफ सुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग। देयर इज नो लेबल्ड डेटा हियर। ये बिल्कुल ही अपोजिट है सुपरवाइज्ड के, एंड henceforth we said to be as an unsupervised learning. When learning data contains only some indications without any prescriptions or labels, it is up to the coder or to algorithm to find the structure of underlying data, to discover hidden pattern, or to determine how to describe the data. This kind of learning data is called as unlabeled data. Obviously वो labeled नहीं है, तो ये सब कुछ डिपेंड करता है कोडर के ऊपर कि वो किस तरह के हिडन स्ट्रक्चर्स बनाते हैं। यानी अगर हिडन स्ट्रक्चर्स प्रॉपर है तो आपको आपके डेटा के बारे में पूरा अच्छी तरह से पता चलेगा, आपको एक पैटर्न मालूम पड़ेगा, व्हाट इज दैट पैटर्न ऑफ द डेटा, एंड दैट इज हाउ यू कैन डिस्क्राइब द डेटा। दिस टाइप ऑफ लर्निंग इज एन अनलेबल्ड डेटा लर्निंग which occurs in unsupervised machine learning. So that is the plus point we could say. It could be advantages, it could be disadvantages, but unsupervised actually works on unlabeled data. That is you have to consider. Okay, next. Suppose that we have number of data points and we want to classify them into several groups. We may not exactly know what the criteria of classification would be. So an unsupervised learning tries to classify the given data set into certain number of groups in an optimum way. अगर मेरे पास बहुत सारे डेटा पॉइंट्स है और उन डेटा पॉइंट्स को मैं क्लासिफाई करना चाहता हूँ बहुत सारे ग्रुप्स में, एग्जाम्पल मैं लेता हूँ कि अगर मेरे पास 100 स्टूडेंट्स है, 100 स्टूडेंट्स में मैं क्लासिफाई करना चाहता हूँ कि ये 10 लोग, वो 15 लोग, ये 10 लोग, अकॉर्डिंग टू आई वांट टू मेक इट इन अ I want to classify them and according to the data set into certain number of groups. So at that time unsupervised learning algorithm easily classifies that into certain number of groups in an optimum way. That is what the unsupervised learning can do. Unsupervised learning algorithms are extremely powerful tools for analyzing the data and for identifying patterns and trend. तो ये सबसे extremely powerful tool कब है? देखो मैंने आपको कल भी उस दिन भी क्या कहा था कि सुपरवाइज लगाना है या अनसुपरवाइज लगाना है, यह आप पर डिपेंड करता है, आपके डेटा के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है, और आपको अल्टीमेटली क्या चाहिए उस पर डिपेंड करता है। व्हाट यू वांट टू, व्हाट यू आर ट्राइंग, व्हाट इज योर डेटा, आई नो माय डेटा एंड हाउ आई वांट टू यूज दैट डेटा, इट डिपेंड्स ऑन you. So both of the algorithms like machine learning systems are powerful on their places. So where you want to use exactly, you have to analyze that. So how you are going to analyze? Obviously by analyzing the data, identifying the patterns and trends. And unsupervised learning is most commonly used for clustering similar input into logical groups. They are mostly commonly used for clustering. So वो क्या करता है, सपोज बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स है तो क्लस्टर्स में उनको ग्रुप में, ग्रुप क्लस्टर्स यानी कि क्या, इट्स लाइक अ ग्रुप ना, इट कैन डिवाइड इनटू द ग्रुप अकॉर्डिंग टू द लॉजिकल ग्रुप्स, इनटू लॉजिकल ग्रुप्स. सो क्लस्टरिंग सिमिलर इनपुट्स इनटू द लॉजिकल ग्रुप्स, दैट इज व्हाट द अनसुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग कैन डू. Now, as far as unsupervised learning is concerned, there are two types of unsupervised learning. First one is clustering. The second one is association. Now, जैसे हमने देखा कि सुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग में जैसे क्लासिफिकेशन और रिग्रेशन था, सुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग में द टू टाइप्स ऑफ सुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग वेयर क्लासिफिकेशन एंड रिग्रेशन. तो अनसुपरवाइज्ड लर्निंग में क्लस्टरिंग और एसोसिएशन ऐसे दो टाइप्स है in case of unsupervised learning. Now, what is actually clustering? So I've said that clusters of stars, group of stars is called the clusters of stars. जैसे आसमान में रात में अगर हम सितारे देखते हैं तो वो ऐसे ग्रुप में होते हैं. So those stars which are closer or nearer to each other, we form a cluster of them. That is what the clustering actually means. So clustering is a method of grouping the objects into clusters such that objects with most similarity remains into the group. यानी कि भाई इनकी हाइट एक जैसी है तो चलो इसका एक क्लस्टर बना देते हैं. इनकी हाइट थोड़ी सी कम है, मीडियम है, तो इनका एक क्लस्टर बनाते हैं. कुछ बच्चों की हाइट एकदम कम है, सो थोड़ी कम है, तो हम उनका एक क्लस्टर बना देते. तो इनमें सिमिलैरिटी क्या है? द हाइट ना. If they are having quite a good height, they are somewhat different. Medium height different. So no has less or no similarities with the object of another group. तो इनके बीच में कोई सिमिलैरिटी नहीं क्योंकि सब अलग अलग हाइट के हैं. सो वैसे क्लस्टरिंग हम कर सकते हैं. क्लस्टरिंग एनालिसिस फाइंड्स द कॉमनैलिटीज बिटवीन द डेटा ऑब्जेक्ट्स and categorizes them as per the presence and absence of those commonalities. सो ऑब्वियसली कॉमनैलिटीज यानी कि उनमें कॉमन चीजें ढूंढने की, जैसे हाइट इज द कॉमन थिंग, मैंने जैसे एग्जांपल बोला. सो अगर इनकी हाइट मीडियम है तो लेट अस फॉर्म वन क्लस्टर. इनकी हाइट एकदम कम है, इट माइट बी लेस देन 5, सो मेक अ क्लस्टर. इफ द हाइट इज मोर देन 6, मेक अनदर क्लस्टर. If the height is in between 5.5 to 6, make one cluster. So according to the commonalities between them, we are grouping them, and that is grouping is nothing but cluster, and the analysis becomes easier with the help of clustering. Then the second one is association. Now an association rule is an unsupervised learning method which is useful for finding the relationship between variables in large database. So like one data point is associated with the nearby data points. It's like that, na? Like I want to say that there are two neighboring points and they are in the space. If I draw it on the space, in the space, and there are two neighboring points. So if I'm able to find out the relationship between two variables, then I can easily find out what is the overall relationship. That is why the relationship between the variables in large data set can be calculated with the help of association. It determines the set of the items that occurs together in the data set. So वापस set of items that occurs together in the data set, वो पता करने का काम association करता है. Association rule makes marketing strategy more effective, such as people who buy X item also trends to purchase Y items. Obviously, आप associate कर रहे हो ना, तो एक बंदा जो है वो हमेशा एक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक चीजें ज्यादा खरीदता है, तो इसका मतलब वो बंदा एसोसिएटेड है उस पॉइंट्स के. तो उनके बीच में आप रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन वेरिएबल्स निकाल पा रहे हो. तो ऐसे कितने बंदे हैं जो भाई इलेक्ट्रॉनिक प्रोडक्ट्स ले सकते हैं, तो उनका एक क्लस्टर. इन दैट वे यू कैन, सो लाइक इन सच पीपल आप पता कर सकते हैं दोज हु बाय एक्स आइटम सपोज सच एज ब्रेड and also trend to purchase butter and jam items together. So typical example of association rule is market based analysis. So market based analysis जो चलता है वो association type of machine learning पर चलता है. This is how the thing is. So we have seen clustering and we have seen association. Now, how many unsupervised unsupervised learning algorithms are there, which we are going to see some of them at least. All of them are not been specified in the syllabus, but some of them we are going to see as they are also been very much important as required in the practicals also. So the list of unsupervised learning algorithms are k-mean clustering. Then comes KNN, that is K nearest neighbor. Then comes hierarchical clustering, anomaly detection, neural networks. सो आर्टिफिशियल न्यूरल नेटवर्क जो है वो ANN, ये एक्चुअली सुपरवाइज्ड अनसुपरवाइज्ड दोनों में भी आता है. Then comes the principal component analysis. This is a completely an unsupervised learning. Then comes independent component analysis, that is called as ICA, a priori algorithm, and SVD called as singular value decomposition. These are some of the unsupervised machine learning algorithms that we are going to see, some of them, how they are working as an unsupervised learning algorithms by taking an example working on some kind of data set that we are going to do with this unsupervised learning. Now, once you understand supervised and unsupervised learning, then we should be able to differentiate between them. Now, how we are going to have some 10 to 12 points to differentiate the supervised and unsupervised learning. And this will help you to also understand the algorithms under which they are, the number of algorithms under which the algorithms are working. So how these methods and the algorithms are correlated with each other. Like if I'm going to use PCA algorithm, there's a principal component analysis, then why it comes under unsupervised, why it is not coming under supervised. That thing can be easily analyzed if we are able to differentiate between supervised and unsupervised learning. So let us see one by one. The first one is supervised learning algorithms are trained using labeled data. तो ये तो सबसे common है, दोनों का सबसे बड़ा differentiating point है. Unsupervised works on unlabeled data, that is are trained using unlabeled data, and supervised are trained using labeled data. Second, supervised learning model takes direct feedback to check if it is predicting correct output or not. Supervised learning algorithm में जो feedback है वो directly लिया जाता है to check whether the prediction is correct or not. But in a case of unsupervised learning, it does not take any feedback. इसका एक बहुत simple example है कि suppose if I am predicting something. So in case of labeled data, I know that every element in the data is labeled. So it becomes easier for me and to check whether whatever I am saying is correct or not. But in case of unlabeled data, you cannot have a feedback. In supervised, you can have a feedback because you know that these elements in the data are labeled. But in case of unsupervised, as there is an unlabeled data, you cannot have that feedback. That is what the difference is. Supervised learning models predicts the output. Obviously, it predicts the output. Then unsupervised learning actually model finds the hidden patterns in the data. जैसे मैंने बताया ना, लेबलिंग डेटा में क्या होता है, कोरिलेशन बिटवीन इनपुट एंड आउटपुट या वेरिएबल्स के बीच में निकाला जा सकता है. मगर इन केस ऑफ अनसुपरवाइज्ड, एज इट इज अनलेबल्ड डेटा, hence we have to find out a hidden pattern in the data. So unsupervised learning actually finds that hidden pattern in the data. In supervised learning, the input data is provided to the model along with the output. Yes, obviously in supervised, both input and output, अगर आपको याद होगा कि supervised का मैंने ब्लॉक डायग्राम आपको दिया था, तो उसमें कैसे दिया था कि इनपुट साइड पर इनपुट और आउटपुट x और y दोनों भी थे. So x1 to xn are the number of inputs, y1 to yn are number of outputs. So x and y both are applied as an input to the supervised machine learning algorithm, and then you develop a model by training that data right now. So in case of supervised learning, the input data is provided to the model along with the output, but in case of unsupervised learning, only input data is provided to the model. So ये difference है दोनों में, इधर input output दोनों भी दिया जाता है, unsupervised में खाली input दिया जाता है, only input is given. The goal of the supervised learning is to train the model so that it can predict the output when it is given a new data. Obviously, supervised learning में हमने क्या किया था कि इनपुट आउटपुट दिया था आपके मशीन लर्निंग एल्गोरिदम को, सुपरवाइज्ड मशीन लर्निंग एल्गोरिदम को, और फिर बाद में वो ट्रेंड करके उसका एक मॉडल डेवलप होता है, और फिर उस मॉडल को एक न्यू इनपुट डेटा x दिया जाता है, and as the result we get an output data y. So that means what? It can predict the output. It can predict the output when it is given new data. But the goal of the unsupervised learning is to find the hidden patterns and useful insights from the unknown data set. मगर unsupervised learning ये नहीं करता है. Unsupervised learning बिल्कुल hidden patterns ढूंढने में लगा रहता है हर डेटा को. इसका एक और अनसुपरवाइज्ड और सुपरवाइज्ड में अगर एक और एग्जांपल दे दे कि क्या रहता है कि सपोज if there is a disease called as lung cancer, any disease. So cancer is always and very, the cancer data, if you collect the data, it is a random data. You cannot have any kind of like, it becomes difficult to find out the relationship between, because totally it is a random. So in that case, you can find out the hidden pattern between the data, and that's where the unsupervised can be applied there. This is an example what I'm saying. So where you are going to apply, which kind of learning you're going to apply, it depends on that, right? So the goal of unsupervised learning is to find out the hidden patterns and useful insights from the unknown data sets. Sixth point, supervised learning needs supervision to train the model. Obviously, as we are labeling it, we have to supervise it. In unsupervised, you does not need any kind of supervision to train the model. जैसे हमने यहाँ पर लेबलिंग की है, तो हमको देखना पड़ेगा, उस पर सुपरविजन रखना पड़ेगा कि क्या मैंने जो नंबर बोला है वो नंबर आइडेंटिफाई हो रहा है या नहीं हो रहा है, प्रेडिक्ट हो रहा है या नहीं हो रहा है. But in case of unsupervised, it does not need the supervising because there is no labeled data. So the data is randomly checked out, right? Then comes supervised learning can be categorized into classification and regression problems, whereas unsupervised can be classified into clustering and association. है ना? So clustering के लिए क्या रहता है? Clustering the group according to the similarities, commonalities, whereas association is to associate the two data variables, to find out the association between two data variables. That is the association problem. Then comes 8 point, supervised learning can be used for those cases where you know input as well as corresponding outputs. Obviously, आप इनपुट और आउटपुट अगर सुपरवाइज लर्निंग मॉडल को दे रहे हैं तो इनपुट और आउटपुट दोनों भी मालूम होना जरूरी है. बट इन केस ऑफ अनसुपरवाइज लर्निंग कैन बी यूज्ड फॉर दोज केसेस वेयर यू हैव ओनली इनपुट डेटा एंड नो करस्पॉन्डिंग आउटपुट डेटा. यानी कि मुझे उसका आउटपुट पता नहीं है, मुझे सिर्फ इनपुट पता है, तो उस केस के लिए मैं अनसुपरवाइज लगा सकता हूँ. वेयर इनपुट और आउटपुट दोनों मेरे पास है तो मैं उसे सुपरवाइज लगा सकता हूँ. Supervised learning models produces an accurate results. Everything is labeled, so you're going to have an accurate result. Unsupervised learning model may give less accurate results as compared to supervised learning. But again, it depends how you are using it and where you are applying it. So it doesn't, I don't feel so unsupervised learning model is very bad or very poor as compared to supervised. It has its own way of working, and it can be applied depending upon the data which you're feeding. Then 10th point is supervised learning is not close to true artificial intelligence. As in this, we first train the model for each data, and then only it can predict the correct output. So obviously supervised learning is not close to AI. Now we cannot compare like to close to AI because we are going to train the model for each data, and then we are going to predict the correct output, right? And we can find out the relationship between the input and output so easily. If the input is fed, it is having the same characteristics as the output. So in that way, it can be saying that it is not close to true to artificial intelligence. Whereas unsupervised learning is more closer to the AI as it learns similarly as child learns daily routine things by his experience. सो इसमें आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस आता है क्योंकि हर एक चीज वो लर्न कर रहा है ना. अब सपोज क्या है, 100 बच्चों में से मुझे 66 नंबर वाला बच्चा चाहिए. अब इसमें से उसको पूरा उसका दिमाग लगाकर ही वो 66 तक पहुंचेगा. यानी कि it is like an it is using intelligence to reach to that 66th child. In case of supervised learning, you don't need that artificial intelligence. You have output and you have input, and then you can give a new input and you can predict the output. In this way, the supervised and unsupervised learning can work out. So once again, we'll just revise it. So unsupervised learning data is unsupervised machine learning holds the advantage of being able to work with an unlabeled data, so human labor is not required. And the advantage is that it can be applied on larger data sets. In supervised learning, the labels allow to find exact nature of the relationship between two data points, whereas in case of unsupervised learning, we have to find out the hidden structures. The relationship between data points in an abstract manner is given, and the creation of the hidden structure what makes unsupervised as a versatile algorithm. One more advantage, unsupervised learning can adapt to the data by dynamically changing the hidden structures. Unsupervised learning can be used to detect the anomalies, outliers, fraud, defective equipments, group customers with similar behaviors for sale campaign. And it is exactly opposite to the supervised learning. Some more description like we can discover the hidden pattern and then we can describe the data. As far as the unsupervised is concerned, and this kind of data, learning data, is called as unlabeled data. Then unsupervised learning are extremely powerful tool for analyzing the data and identifying patterns and trend, and that is mostly common used for clustering similar inputs of the logical groups. Then it can also have a number of data points which we want to classify them into several groups. Then it can be classified to given data set into a certain number of groups in an optimum way. Two types of clustering and association. Clustering is method of grouping the objects into clusters such that objects with most similarity remains into a group and has less or no similarities with the another group. So it finds out the commonality between data objects and categorize them in presence and absence of commonalities. Association rule which is used for finding the relationship between variables in the large data set, and it determines the set of items that occurs together in the data set. It is much more effective. It can be used in marketing strategy, like people who can buy this also buys that. A typical example of association is a market-based analysis. These are some of the unsupervised learning models like K-mean, hierarchical anomaly, neural network, PCA, ICA, SVD, a priori algorithm. And these are some of the differentiating points we have seen between supervised and unsupervised learning. Yes, any question?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, we'll go with the just a moment. Please wait for a while. Kshitija Kamble.
Present, sir.
Prajakta Shikhre.
Present, sir.
Shubham Patil. Vishakha Chavan.
Present, sir.
Ganesh Dade. Okay. Aishwarya.
Present, sir.
Rishikesh Deshmukh. Rishikesh Deshmukh. Pradeep Ingre. Imran Mughal.
Present, sir.
Arpita Khatke. Arpita Khatke. Payal Gain.
Yes, sir.
Renuka Patil.
Present.
Shweta Jamdade.
Present, sir.
Nitin Gujre. Nitin present. Megha Bhosle.
Yes, sir.
Prajakta Kulkarni.
Present.
Saili Marar.
Present.
Vaishnavi Gangekar.
Present.
Urmila Shinde. Urmila Shinde.
Present.
Girdhar Shettigar. Shettigar. Avantika Sutar.
Present.
वैष्णवी जवेरी,
Present, sir.
राजकुमार हर्षल कदम, हर्षल कदम, प्रतीक्षा पाटिल,
Present.
स्नेहल पुराणिक,
Present.
शीतल जगताप,
Present.
ओमकार यलसांगे, प्राजक्ता मोरे,
Present.
दीपाली आनंदपुरे,
Present, sir.
निखिल भोसले,
Present, sir.
अजय दाभाडे, अजय दाभाडे, प्रथमेश वट्टमवार,
Present.
सूरज जाधव, सुषमा बनवे, आदित्य पवार,
Present, sir.
गोपाल कांबळे, अश्विनी डोके, सत्यजीत मुळे,
Yes, sir.
मेहराज पठान, मेहराज पठान,
Present, sir.
आरती धाडवड,
Present, sir.
ऋषिकेश चौहान,
Present, sir.
जयेश इंगळे, प्रज्ञा क्षीरसागर,
Present.
उत्कर्षा चौहान,
Present.
राहुल सुतार,
Yes, sir.
राहुल सुतार इज देयर, लक्ष्मी अलगी,
Present, sir.
अविनाश पवार, विशाखा, अविनाश पवार नहीं है, विशाखा माने,
Present.
पायल अभंगराव, हनुमंत अभंगराव, पायल, शिल्पा यादव, शिल्पा यादव
Present.
प्रेजेंट, पटेल कुंज, कुंज पटेल, अभिषेक माने, प्राजक्ता सूर्यवंशी,
Present, sir.
योगेश महंता, जयेश खड्डे, मयूर जाधवराव,
Present, sir.
सुनील लेंडवे,
Yes, sir.
अमृता शिरळकर,
Present.
राधिका पिंपळे, ज्ञानेश्वरी नागने, किरण शिंगारे,
Present, sir.
कौस्तुभ देशपांडे,
Yes, sir.
संध्या टकबाते, ऋषिकेश मोरे, अक्षय वग्गू, शिलेसिद्ध पाटिल,
Yes, sir.
ओमकार नागशेट्टी, विद्या पाटिल.
Present, sir.
Anyone's name is missing here? Please let me know.
Sir, Pallavi Mane.
एक मिनट, पल्लवी.
Hello.
हाँ, पल्लवी माने. Okay. Anybody else?
Sir, Vishakha Chauhan.
विशाखा आहे, प्रेझेंट आहे. अजून
Sir. Pradeep Ingwe.
इंगळे, प्रदीप इंगळे. ओके. Anybody else? Should I close it?
Rahul Sutar.
राहुल सुतार, आहे. अविनाश पवार, हो क्या? ठीक है, ठीक. Okay, so we'll end here. Thank you.